Ah, it's just blowing in again. So happy. Again, this is why I use them weather apps. Is what I was talking about all week. Reason as to why you've got to just be on it and just go with your gut. As much as the forecast can be wrong, it's not too bad. Like, they're pretty good, especially once you average the two. It really becomes something of a benefit to you and your business, and I just think it's well worth it. So I'll wear this next week, start embracing the new brand and the new direction I'm heading with all business facets. So looking forward to it. Cheers guys, bye bye. G'day everyone. What do we got here today? A couple of tachometers, tachometer, however you want to say it. Got a couple of trailer mud flaps to put on. I lost one the other week here on this left hand side. It was hanging on by a thread for ages and eventually lost it. Not sure where, so I'll be replacing them. Should just be as simple as taking off a couple of these little bolts here. And I'm hoping that I measured it correctly. So we'll just give it a quick test now, just for everyone's benefit. Ooh. It's going to be tight. May have to re-drill. We shall see. We'll get one on. Bloody thing. Never, it's like perfect on this width here. Everything about that. Just the screw holes, completely different. That's alright, we can deal with that. So, getting all that ready to go. Everyone was wondering, messaging me this morning, were you right about your forecast? And it's only just eased up now. Just a little bit of showers still about. Light rain's all blowing over, a bit over to the west now. So it was well worth pushing all the work in this week to achieve this day off. Not too bad, but again, if I had employees with me at the moment, I would have definitely worked today. This weather would not have stopped us. It was only that I had planned for this all week. And I've only got one more week and then I've got a 2-week break. So I'm really looking forward to that. Getting tax sorted and everything else. I'm just looking out the back here, seeing when I can get on this paddock, because the next 3 days it's meant to rain, so it'll be next weekend. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna just quickly throw these on. Might get some footage of it when I'm drilling it out. I'll show you what to do there. And that'll be about it, guys. Real short, sharp, quick one today. What else we got on today? Not a lot. Planning to get them tachometers working. I need to get some 9-volt batteries and test out all these. And I'm going to ramp them all up, just get them all tuned. And I might even look at the bigger ones just to make sure they're all optimal. And that'll be me for today. There'll be some maintenance and stuff. Next week we've got commercials and acreages, but I've only got the week to get through, so it's not major. MZ was cutting fine the other day, so I'm just going to leave that rocking and rolling and take this maybe later in the week. Thursday I think will be the day I take that. Got some properties like residentials down the other end of the coast, and that's what I use that for. It gets in gates and things and out onto reserves where that won't fit. So it just makes sense to take that. I'm going to clean out the trailer in that other side toolbox so I can throw one of these mowers. Definitely the HRX, it'll be in that other mower box. And I'm also looking at a battery mower just for lightness and a backup. So eventually I will have the 30-inch Skag, have the Husqvarna staying on the back, so I have them two at the rear, just like this same setup, but just the 30-inch instead of the HRX. And then I can either leave that in the toolbox, or what I'm thinking is once I've got extra workers again, we'll be going with the two at the back and then have that battery one just as a backup for anything here that would bugger up, and it's nice and light to sit in there. So whether it's going to be a commercial Husky, or I'm even looking at the Metabo, because I've already got all the Metabo batteries, it might be worth just grabbing that off eBay. It's like 400 bucks or something, just to throw in there. Little 18-inch mower. So something I'm going to consider looking at, and I'll definitely test it out here. Hoping to get that 30-inch soon too, so we'll see what's happening with that. Talk to you in a second. Bye-bye. Righto guys, so we've got two options here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me. So we got just your standard socket on your ratchet setup, 13mm socket, or you can just go your spanner option, your ring spanner, and you can hold one side, get the other side undone. If this doesn't fit in the gap, then you've got the two options here. I just got a 1/2 inch as well. It's close enough, it'll hold it while the 13 does the actual work. So see if I can get something for you up in here. Hello Nia. Oh, give that a go, see if you can see something. Old girl freaking out from the rain. Hopefully you got something there. Looks pretty good. Standard just lock nut and washer. So these little lock nuts, they just come with a bit of nylon, little grommet that sits inside, and then once you do it up, it just sort of restricts it from undoing itself. Nothing too crazy. Now, grab a hammer, usually, don't do what I do as I say. Fair bit of mud holding this up and in there too. It's going to be very interesting, this next one, to see if the holes will line up at all. I'm hoping they do. You see all that mud drop off? That was just all stuck up in behind it, really making it stick. So we'll see if this will fit up and in here. Just. I've got this on. I've got a shorter socket, I'm sure. I just like these deep drive ones. If I can have them fit, I'd rather use the deep drive sockets, the longer ones. Just used to them, I guess. Same setup, obviously. Don't use your little washer. But yeah, completely different setup as you can see there. So just show you what I mean. At least you got a number there for Foster trailers. So it's going to be sitting down a little bit lower, which will be good. But the holes just completely different. Missing by about 10mm on either side. So we'll get one on, and then I'll line it up and I'll see where I've got to re-drill a hole. We've got a pre-drilled hole here, which I'll probably just use that. And I'll get my drill set up. I'll mark it on here, and then I'll drill that out, and we'll be good to go. All right, so I'll just get it on, get it level where I want it to be. We'll go from there. Set this up. See if you can see it all. We might go here for you. I'll try and get out of your way. Righto. Make sure it's a clean surface again. You can wipe it all if you really had to, but it's only going to get more mud there. So at least we've got the width right. It's just this height, and to get this hole to work on this side, I'm dragging it closer this way, which I want to make sure it's still going to be working and functioning as a mud flap should. And it doesn't look too bad. I don't love it. We might roll with pushing it towards the back there, and that'll get the bulk. It's covering the wheel definitely then. I just don't. If you've watched the channel, you'll understand I'm very particular with things, and this will be no different. You want it to be square and everything in line with this center, with the wheel. So I'd play around with this and see what I want to do, but we'll get it on and up, and pretty much you just lock it in place. This other hole's pre-drilled for you. Mark it, pull it out, drill it out to the correct size of your bolt, give yourself a little bit of play, and away you go. So same with this, that's why you need your washer, because it's going to fit here, and then coming through this side, to get this nut on through this hole, that's where that washer would work perfectly and stop it from going through. So don't lose them washers. And I'll leave it at that. I'll get it on, I'll show you what it looks like. Cheers. Alright guys, you should have me there. Now I've just gone with an 8mm bit. You can measure it if you wanted to. I just eye it up, so you look down the line of the actual bolt, get your drill bit, whatever you think's going to fit, and just you eye it up straight down that line, okay? Typically you can see how close it's going to be, and the thing is with this, it's going to be near perfect, but the thing you want to do is sort of ream it out just a little bit with the drill. I'll show you how to do it, and we'll go with that. It's going to be tight, bit touch and go here. One of our marks is just here. Hold that up so you can see it. And the other one over here, which you'll be fine. It's just this one being close to here. You don't want to expose this hole anymore that the washer would miss. If it does, I've got larger washers. So we'll just see if this works. But to do this, that means it's perfectly centered and in line with this bottom edge, and gives it plenty of meat to bite into, and before it wants to tear off here and things like that, if it ever grabs on something, drags on something, just gives it enough. I could just get away with the one, but you're going to get a bit of play and swivel, so I'm going to do the two and see how it looks. Alright, I'll just throw this in. I'll see if I can hold it and show you, otherwise just set yourself up on a bench and really make sure you get it right. So start off slow. If you need to, start off with a smaller drill bit. But being plastic, it should be fine. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. Right, that's what I mean about reaming it out, making sure it's right. And all this mess I'll clean up in a minute. So we'll just check this. Right, straight through. Perfect. Exactly what we want. I don't want a hole this big. You just want that. You can see how much of a neat finish that is, and that's again just you eye it up, you look at it, and after a while you'll get to know things. If you haven't done a trade or an industry that requires these type of tools, after a while you eventually pick it up and you just start to see it being able to fit. So we'll get this on and hooked up. I'll show you how close this is. I might quickly drill it out for you now and see. It's going to be very tight. So we want to get that centered up right where we need it. Lucky it's good quality plastic, rubber. Sort of synthetic, it's a bit of both. And there's our two holes. So not ideal to only have that much meat there, but the thing is it's going to have plenty on this side here still to bite onto. So we'll see, and it's going to have this, obviously, it's not ever going to come off. It's just that this could become loose down the track. So we'll hook it up and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, see you in a sec. Righto, we're back. May as well show you how it goes in, eh? So straight away, grab everything you need, get it all ready and prepared. So we've got all this, got our bolt here. So start off straight away, pull it up and in where you think it needs to be, roughly. You just sit that in place. You'd even nearly sit both these in place, just so you know you're right. And that's one thing I didn't check, was this hole for the middle one. I just wanted to check this, make sure it's going to go on and in before I actually hook one of them up. It's just this, yeah, so that'll be right. So that's no worries at all. Make sure you clean the washers off, pin that on, right. Now, if it's not going to stay, if you've got too much of a pitch, you're going to have to put the nut in your mouth and do it real quick. But this one, luckily the angle's okay. Just get it started. You don't have to do it super tight. Just get it on there. So same deal, pick up both of them if you feel like you need to. Pull it up and in, pin that bolt up against the mud flap there. Put your washer on. While you're doing that, all in one motion, you want to be able to put that in and put your nut on, okay? And then that'll just sit there. Now we do it right up and away we go. Now I don't really want to use a impact driver for a job like this. It doesn't need to be super tight. And I want to sort of feel it as well. I don't want to go overboard. So when you're doing it, only do your nuts up, not even firm, just so they've still got a little bit of movement, just so you can square up your job if you needed to. Don't over tighten one side and then bugger yourself up trying to tighten up the other bit, you loosen them off. So just do them up so they're not quite firm. Check it, make sure you're happy, make sure everything's pretty good. For me that looks perfect. Even if I do say so myself. And then it's just, you can go little bit by little bit, but I'm confident to just go tight now. Right, just like that. And again, just so it's firm, nothing crazy, but we're not using massive tools here, so you're not going to get much leverage out of it. And that's it, good to go. You're going to get a little bit of play on this far left side. See that? So if you're really worried and if it was flapping super hard and it was annoying you, you could always put a dab of silicone up in there. Do your best and silicone the rest, as they say. But that'll be fine, all right? Got no worries with that. Plenty of movement, plenty of play and much better looking. Aussie made. Beautiful. All right, and then pretty much the same on the other side. That'll do, guys. I'll leave the video there. Try and shorten it up as much as I can for you. And yeah, that Metabo gear, really quality stuff. Nothing wrong with your Makitas or your DeWalt's, Milwaukee, but I just find the German quality really does speak volumes. There's a lot of differences with the batteries too, made in Holland, I believe, or Hungary. Yeah, so it's just nothing sort of made in China. It's all lasted me 10 plus years. So I know a lot of other people that have Milwaukee and swear by it. So it's just each to their own. You find a brand, you stick with it, and away you go. They're called as power tools. It's you got plenty of options these days. And if I was to replace any, I would go DeWalt. They look like they're going to be the next most affordable and get all the good attachments and everything with it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.